How do you juggle your glamorous Hollywood career with life as a busy mom?
Well, honestly, I feel that it's all about balance. I mean, sure, I multitask, right? But how hard is it to change your baby's diaper while reading a script, while attending a parent-teachers conference, or doing yoga while preparing a 7-course meal for your family? I mean, it's easy breezy.
Okay, now for real, let's get into it.
Okay. Yeah, that wasn't truthful.
All right, how many times have you been asked, how do you find work-life balance?
Oh gosh, probably every single time I do an interview. Yeah.
Do you think men ever get that question?
Hell no. I don't feel like men get asked that question about how do you balance life, and I don't know, I feel like society just kind of puts these standards on women that, you know, we have to do everything. You know, like we have to cook, we have to clean, we have to be a mom. In my household, my husband, you know, he's washing dishes, he's giving my daughter and my children a bath, and I'm also taking out the trash. You know what I mean? So when Corey watches my kids, I'm not like, oh, he's like babysitting. You know what I mean? He's just taking care of his children, and he's just doing his job, you know, as a parent. I do see that there are a lot of women that are having children or wanting to start a family later on in life, and I think that's awesome. I mean, because, you know, that did happen to me. But the reason why I chose that, and I think why a lot of other women are choosing that, to start a family later on, is because we have careers now. We have dreams, we have aspirations, we have goals. And, you know, when I was younger, I was focusing on my career, you know, with Sister, and I was in college. So I was focused on that. And then once I had all of my ducks in a row, not in a complete straight line, at least the ducks were there, you know what I mean? And then I was like, okay, you know, I could do this. But a really, really good friend of mine told me that, you know, it's a gift. And that's even more important than anything in life. My second pregnancy, can I say this, kicked my ass. Dude, of course, because I was older, right? But I mean, my ankles swelled up. I couldn't even fit my shoes anymore. I had to buy a whole new, like a whole new set of shoes. It was crazy. I think they say that if you have a rough pregnancy, then your delivery and your baby is gonna be amazing. So it's like the opposite, you know what I mean? And my daughter is amazing. Like, she has not given me any problems. Like, she is a G, which means gangsta, by the way. One thing that I feel that it's important about being just a black woman and a black mom is teaching my children about their culture, teaching my children about their history, teaching my children about racism, because it is something that still exists. And I think if I weren't to be open and honest with them about those topics, then I don't feel like I'm being the best mom that I could be. What I love about my character Coco in Family Reunion, and just being on this show in general, is we're really being given a platform to tackle these topics of racism, tackle these topics of being treated unfairly in certain situations. You know, sometimes we don't want to have these conversations because it makes people feel uncomfortable. But that's what I love about this character, is she loves her children, you know, just like I love my children. And she just wants them to be educated the best way possible. She wants them to feel safe. So I think that's what's just so cool about this show, Family Reunion, is I'm given that platform as an actress to play such an amazing character, such as Coco, to share these stories. And these stories are true stories, and stories that need to have a spotlight on.